Russell, why are these camps important to you?
These camps just mean a lot. You know, the whole idea of RWPA is just to reach as many kids as we can. You know, and it's so special. American Family has really helped us in doing this by helping sponsor these kids and bringing these kids here and everything. And it's a tremendous honor, to be honest with you, to be able to go to Richmond, where I grew up, go to NC State, where I first played, and then come here. You know, the fans here are so amazing. The love here is awesome here in Madison. So to come back here has really been terrific. And it's great today. It's raining early, but we'll hit the Camp Randall here soon. But just to be able to go to Spokane and Seattle too, it means a lot because over this 2.5 week period, basically, I'll meet 1,400 kids. And if I can change one of those kids' lives, inspire them, one of those kids, and that makes the difference. And it goes a long way. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's the thing I try to focus on, teaching them the fundamentals, teaching them how to the character aspect of things and how to live and how to act and how to be disciplined. I think that's the biggest thing as a pro athlete, is being disciplined. And being disciplined as a college student, as a high school student, as a middle school student. I think that's what helps you be successful in life a lot of times. So I'm trying to teach that to those kids. And we got some great coaches too, man. We got Monty Ballback, we got Zeitler here, Coach Alvarez is on the sidelines, coaching up a little bit every once in a while. So it's a lot of fun.
When did you know you wanted to do this, Russell, to put on these camps? Is this something that kind of dated back to when you were in college or when you first kind of got situated in Seattle?
I started doing it my junior year in high school. I started doing it my junior year in high school. I told my chief business officer, Scott, I told him back then, he's my best friend, I said, Scott, I want to put these camps together for these kids one day when I play the NFL. This is what I want to do. So we mapped out the whole idea, planned it all. We had 100 kids at our first camp, 125 kids at our first camp in Richmond. And that's kind of how it started off. And then went through college. I couldn't really do it in college because I was playing football and baseball. And obviously I transferred here. And then, but as soon as I got into the pros, that's the first thing that I said I wanted to do. And it's been a great hit so far. I mean, we've gone from the East Coast to the Midwest. I'm about to hit the West Coast here soon. So I wanted to make the biggest, baddest camp ever, really, to be honest with you.
What did your year at Wisconsin mean to you, and what did it do for your career?
I mean, everything. Just to be able to come here and to be welcomed here and meet new people, a place that I never really, truly, honestly, never really thought of seeing myself being at. It was just an honor being here. Great school, great coaching staff, great players. The guys coming back in this locker room, even though it's a lot nicer now, which I'm kind of bitter about. But coming back here, just this facility and just being around the guys I played with that are still playing here, the guys that I played with that aren't here anymore and are in the NFL or whatever they're doing, and then also the guys that I didn't play with before, older guys. Just for them to come back and just for us to share these moments, it's a family. And just having a family like this at University of Wisconsin is really something special, something that you cherish.
What's the next step for you in your development as a quarterback?
I think the biggest step is just continue to work on the footwork, continue to be poised in the pocket, and just take one day at a time. I think that's the challenge in this game. And as a professional athlete, studied there, my bad. But as a professional athlete, I just think that playing one play at a time, one game at a time, staying in the moment. I think I've done a pretty good job of that so far. And how much further can I take that? You got to be great on third down, be great in the red zone, and I think that I definitely grew over the past year. And now let's see where the next year goes.
Did you silence criticism, or do you hear anything out there still?
I don't think criticism is ever really silenced, to be honest with you. LeBron James won so many championships, and he's still getting criticized. I haven't done anything yet. So you can think about it that way. There's a lot of things that I have to accomplish, and a lot of things that you have to do. And I'm never satisfied. I don't worry about the critics. Like I used to always say, if you guys know, I ignore the noise. It's one of those things that you just focus on the things that you can control, and stay in the moment, and just continue to get better.
Can you describe what the last year's been like? I mean, since you left here and now you come back, it's been a blur?
I wouldn't say it's been a blur. I'm pretty mapped out. I got my schedule pretty mapped out pretty much all the time. So I kind of know what's going on. But it has gone by a little bit fast, to play the past year and to have an amazing season in the way we did, last year. But we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, and that's to win the Super Bowl and win the NFC West. But now it's on to a new year. And this year's challenge is going to be a lot different. Every year is a different year. And you just have to continue to grow and learn from the lessons that you've had in the past and adjust on the fly sometimes. And so I think, this past year, I think planning these camps in the off season, for these inner city kids, is really something special for me, just because this is what I want to do. I'm still coaching football, still around these kids, around football as much as I can, but traveling and just trying to influence as many kids as I can. Cause I think that's what's really important, especially with this platform.
Do you ever think about that last second in the Rose Bowl anymore, or what might have happened if you had one more second to get that playoff?
I think about every time I see somebody from Oregon and Seattle, because Oregon's not too far away. I think about every time Coach Bevel always brings it up, because I think they won the Rose Bowl, and I have got nothing on them now. And so yeah, I think about it all the time. But you learn from those lessons, and you just learn, man, there's one more play here and there, and that's how football is. When you're playing at a high level of college football, like Wisconsin versus Oregon or whatever it is, you have to be precise with every play. Everybody has to be tuned in every play, and it's gonna be plays where you're gonna win some and lose some. You just learn from it. And I think as an NFL football player, you have to minimize those plays even more. I think that's what's really important. Quarterback in the National Football League and for the Seattle Seahawks.
Russell, last year in Seattle, you guys beat the Packers. Now this year you come to Green Bay. I know it's only preseason, but what kind of expectations do you have when you come to town?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if people are going to boo me from last year's game, or if they're going to cheer me on because of Wisconsin. I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. It's going to be an exciting game. I've never played in Green Bay. I've never been there. So I was going to go when I was here, and then we had a practice for the Rose Bowl, so I couldn't go. But I'm excited to go. I know the fans there are amazing. They're very, very respectable coaches. I love the coaches. They coached me in the Pro Bowl. So I like the coaches there a lot. So I'm excited to go up there and play.
Have you met Coach Anderson? What do you think of him?
Well, he's terrific. He brings so much intelligence to the game. He brings a little fire to the game. He's young. He keeps it fun for the players. His coaching staff's great. I've been around some of the assistant coaches and also the strength and conditioning coaches as well. I've worked out with the team. Kind of just ran with them a little bit the other day. And so just kind of being around those guys was pretty cool for me. And Coach Anderson's a great coach, and I'm wishing him the best of luck.
Are you surprised at the change over this program since you left, coaches, the players, and support staff leaving? Is that surprising?
I don't think you're surprised. I think as a pro athlete, as a person who's been around professional sports a lot, that happens. You got to understand it's going to happen, because it's a good thing. It's not necessarily it's not a great thing, but it's a good thing, because what that shows is people are being successful. When people are successful, people have to take that next step. Whether it's Coach Bielema, or she took another step. And I'm happy for him for doing whatever he decided. He felt like that was the best decision for him. So, you support that. I have to support that. I think he's a great coach. He treated me great. So, you got other coaches. Coach Anderson's here, and I know he's going to do a terrific job. So you have to move on, and that's what it is about. All the college players, they move on. They come into college, and they either go to professional sports or some other profession. That's just how it is. That's how it evolves. You just have to get used to it.
Did any of the success last season surprise you?
No, not at all. To be honest with you, I think I worked so hard at it. I make sure that I prepare the right way. I'm always mentally focused. I think that's what allows me to be successful. And I have to take that much more. I have to take that another step. Just keep going, keep climbing that mountain, keep growing. If I can do that, I have to give myself a good chance.
Now that you're established, what are you looking forward to in round 2 of the NFL? Your second season through.
On the first game, I think the thing that I'm looking forward to is just getting back to practice. July 27th, I believe, is when we start. So just to get back with those guys, and we have such a great team. The positive synergy around our football team is unbelievable. So to be around those guys is going to be pretty awesome again. And we text back and forth, group text. So it's going to be a lot of fun to be back and getting ready for games.
Are you playing golf in this AmFam thing?
Oh man, I'm trying. I played baseball my whole life. You know that.
Yeah.
I haven't played too much golf, so I've practiced a couple times, but I don't know. I'm saying 4 a lot.
There are so many different camps out there now. What makes yours different?
I think the thing that makes my camp different, which I'm proud about, is my ultimate goal is to reach so many different kids. I'm trying to travel to meet these kids, so they don't have to fly, thousands of miles. So for me to go to different locations across the country and make it kind of nationwide, to be honest with you, is my ultimate goal. And that's why I think American Family Insurance has really helped with. To be able to go to Richmond, to Raleigh, to Madison, Wisconsin, then go all the way out to the West Coast, to Seattle and Spokane. That's pretty sweet. To be able to meet all these kids from all different areas, all different types of kids. That's going to be a cool thing. It's been great so far. And looking forward to the next days.
Did you have to do much arm twisting to get Monte here and Brady
No,
and those
man,
guys?
Monty and Brady and Zyler, they're fired up to come here. A lot of other guys I hit up too, and they really wanted to come. They already had previous plans. So these guys are excited. We'll make it a yearly tradition as the goal. So we can get these guys to kind of have a reunion. Wisconsin Badger guys.
What do you think you've done for quarterbacks who might not be quite 6 feet? And do you hear from those guys?
Yeah, I hear from a couple of them, but I think the thing is just kind of continue to give them hope, just like Drew Brees gave me hope, and just like other guys gave Drew Brees hope, Doug Flutie, and all those other people. It's just play hard. If you can play, you can play. At the end of the day, and that's what I try to teach these kids. You can play the game the right way and understand, what your dream is, which American Family Insurance is really helping with, to help instill in these kids, and which I'm really trying to focus on is, okay, what's your dream? What's your sports dream? And then what's your life dream? So if you can focus on those things and have a plan for those things, how you're going to get there, then you give yourself a really good shot. That's all you need, I think. Thank you guys. All Wisconsin, go Hawks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.